What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Timster now and 8 here, and I wanted to bring y'all another video. I want to start calling this series like Twitch tips or something like that, or like. And this Twitch tip discussion is gonna be about raids. I think I've talked about this on like either my stream or maybe like another YouTube video, but I'm not so sure if I've actually talked about this like separately. So I just wanted to talk about raids and just to talk about like raiding in general. And it really depends on how people see it, because like you can see raids in two ways, right? Like you can see a raid as like something really good, or you can see a troll. Like, it's like really rare that it happens, and it's unfortunate to people that happen. Like, there can be 4chan and Reddit troll raids, which are a bad thing. And of course there are good things, like a bigger streamer decides to host you. Maybe you were playing the same game they were, and they decided they'll host you. Or like, maybe a bigger streamer knows you, and he just helps you out every now and then by giving you a auto host a raid. And I wanted to discuss my very first raid experience and what I think of raids overall. And I feel like raids are really a good thing. I realize like they can really help you, and it's like really potential based. Like it's really based on how the person like takes it and perceives it. But I also feel like you shouldn't over exaggerate it and overhype it, or you shouldn't be naive about it like I was. And what I mean by that is, long story short, I was playing MKX, this is way back 3 years ago when I first started on Twitch. And, Justin Wong, which is a really popular, got respect for him. He's like one of the best fighting game players, out there. Now, he gave me a raid. And, he raided me, and I was just sitting back. And at first I didn't know what was going on. And, it didn't click for like a minute or two. And then, like, I started getting excited, I started going crazy, doing any. And, like, once you get raided, the potential, when I said the positive potential, you want to see if you can like attract the people who are you want to like give the people attention, so that way or make them laugh, do whatever you can, so that way like they can say this guy's a cool guy and that can actually stick around. Like actually, a good 20 or 30% of the people who actually go to my channel are from raids, so they're not a bad thing. But anyway, he throws me the raid, good 400 or 500 people. I'm going crazy, people in chat and saying, oh my OMG, you're at 10,000 views, being just trolling, and since I was starting out and I was brand new, I didn't know any better, so I was calling my mom and calling my friends and calling my dad and saying, oh my god, I just got raided. And I was thinking it's only up from here, like, which it is, like, but I was thinking, I was naive, so I was thinking, oh man, like this is wonderful, like, oh man, I don't have to, I can quit my job and 9 to 5, and I can finally, I'm gonna tomorrow. And like the biggest thing, which you don't want to expect, you can expect some people to come back, but like I said, it varies, is you don't want to expect people to come back, because I was thinking that, oh man, and like people are gonna come back. And I started the stream the next day with this big anticipation. Like I was thinking like, this is it. Like when I say this is it, I mean I was thinking I was good. Like I was on like some Nadeshot level type viewership. Like I was on some Ninja type shit, like what he is now. Like I was thinking, I was like, man, I'm good. Like I just got all these follows. Everybody's gonna come back, right? And two reality things hit me, like two big shockers. Like first, when I started this stream, the next day, like one person came back, two people came back, which is still a good thing, And it made me. And then like the second thing I realized was, like, after I went on Twitter, and I was like, oh man, like Justin Wong did this. Like after the stream, not the next day, but after the stream, I was like, hey yo, what did I do to deserve this, Justin Wong? And he was honest, and I'm happy he was honest, because like it really opened my eyes to it. He was like, it was a lottery pick, LOL. And I was like, oh, well, cool, thanks anyway, because man, and then like it dawned on me, and like I said, like raids aren't negative. Like they're not. I'm not saying they're bad, but normally, if you aren't friends with a big streamer, and you don't know like a big streamer or something like that, and they don't know you, it's like I'm not gonna say what he said, like a lottery thing, but it's pretty much like it's like they just choose somebody out the random. So like I said, it's potential based. Like you never know. Like you could get rated and you're so entertaining, and that's the goal, to be entertaining when they come in and just throughout your whole stream period. so that way you can attract as many people. I'm pretty sure there's people on Twitch who have, got raided, and they were just a raid away or a host away, and then that really took them off, because what that did is that gave them a couple of people, and then that eventually built in numbers. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you have to also realize that once you get raided, sometimes it's not like a personal thing. It's just someone, they just saw you on the viewer list and they scroll down. Normally when I get people raids and hosts and stuff, like, it's on my, I follow them, and I'm like, I haven't thrown a host to this person, and it's not a bad thing. I haven't thrown a host to this person in a long time. Let me just go host them. Let me go raid them real quick. And like I said, not a bad thing, but just remember the reality of it. Remember that 9 times out of 10, unless it's somebody that you know for a fact is trying to help you out, it's just somebody who's just throwing you a host. And the biggest thing that you have to remember is that these people have to come back. Like, and one of the things is, what you have to, and what I realized was, right, is that these people only came to my channel because this person threw me a host. Like, it wasn't like these people are diehard fans of you. It's not like these people are people who have been with you since day one and people who are going to come back the next day. You have to realize that, even though you appreciate the raid, these aren't people who, I'm not going to say care about you, because that's like a strong word, but in essence, yeah, it's like, I've been in channels before, and he was like, hey, let's go raid this guy. He's got 1 viewer. And, I go in there and I say raid, but I'm going to be honest, as a viewer, I'm just like, oh, raid, I give him a follow because the streamer said so. It's not like, you're going to come back unless you genuinely like them. So I just wanted to talk about that. And just like I said, it's a good thing. If you do get raided, you do get hosted. Like I said, try your best to make it so that way, like, people who were in your channel will always come back. I mean, the people who came in will come back. You try that. You try your best to do that. But other than that, it's like, other than that, man, you just take it like anybody else would normally take it. I mean, like, that's pretty much it. I mean, I've gotten, there were times when I was sitting back, relaxing, and, I'm not saying, like, numb to I'm not saying, like, I'm numb to it, but, and I'm not negative towards it. Like, I know if I get rated, I'm not just like, oh, they don't care, they're not gonna come back anyway. Like, I still get hyped, and, like, I'm still like, oh, thanks, and, like, like, I try to make the stream as entertaining as possible if I was, like, just chilling before or something like that. But, I would get hosted sometimes, or, like, people would just throw me a host, and it would be like host for 50, 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000 people. And now I'm just like, hey, thank you for those, or thank you for the raid, or oh, like, if it's a big number, like I said, 1,000, something like that. Oh my god, hey, thanks, man, I appreciate that. Like, I just appreciate it. And, like, people would message me on my Discord or on Twitch and whispers, like, after the fact, and they'd be like, oh, you're ungrateful, or oh, you weren't excited. Why weren't you up and screaming and hooping and hollering and throwing stuff across your room? And I was like, because I know how it is. Like, I know that, like I said, it's not a negative thing, and I'm really grateful for people who do that. But you have to realize that, like I said, these people are doing it, maybe because they know you, or they're your friend. That's way more genuine. Or, like they say, they were just looking for somebody to host, and you were just that person. So, it's like, I'm grateful for it, I'm happy for it, but I know that I'm not going to expect to get on the next day. Just don't be, what I'm saying, the sum of this video, y'all, before I roll out, is don't be naive. Don't be naive. Don't think that, oh, this is it, partnership is tomorrow, and this is it, just realize what it is, And that's it, y'all. I just wanted to touch up on that. I'm about to get on Tarkov and farm the Goshen Ollie key. Found somebody that actually plays Tarkov as much as I do. And for those who I don't see tomorrow, if I make a video tomorrow, I might just make a video saying Happy Memorial Day. But thank y'all for y'all service, everyone who served, and I remember what Memorial Day is about, man. And early Happy Memorial Day for everyone, man. And like I said, y'all, about to get on some Tarkov right now. Not gonna stream, but just farm up some money. And playing that a lot lately on stream. Got my summer card. Be playing that when I'm bored. And yeah, y'all, we're gonna continue to grind every day, each and every day. Let's get it, man. Let's go. I will catch all of y'all. Once again, appreciate everyone who's been subbing and still supporting the channel. I will catch all of y'all tomorrow, 6 p.m. I'll be on time, god damn it. Twitch.tv/918. But we out.